What's up, all you minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And, that's right, 2 hauls in 1 week. Today I'm going to be looking at my manga haul for the last few months. So, stay tuned. And welcome back, everybody. So, first of all, the thing I need to get off my chest is you all have no idea how good it feels to be talking about manga on the channel again. For a lot of you that have been asking me for the last few months, where are the manga hauls, where are the manga videos? Well, they're back. So, it makes me happy because this is a big part of me that I love sharing with people. So, I got some odds and ends here for some of the series I think I've been missing a couple of volumes for the last few years. I'm so bad about writing volumes down of series that I'm like, oh, I'll pick that up one day. And the next thing I know, damn, I go on eBay and it's 7 years later from the moment that I wrote my list, and those books are expensive. Looking at you, Basara. So yes, I am missing some volumes of certain series, but let's talk about some of the books that I picked up recently. Let's start with this Cross game, which I took a kind of gamble on. And I don't mean a gamble as in, oh, I wonder if the story is good or not. I mean a gamble as in the condition of these books. So I read volume 1 a few years ago, and this is what I'm talking about. And I really enjoyed it. I picked it up at I think it was a half-price books or something, and I liked it. And it was one of those series that I didn't continue on with because that's what happens with my brain. Sometimes it gets distracted by other things. So what I did was I went on eBay and ordered a complete set because I noticed 1 or 2 volumes of these are out of print. And every once in a while I do like a challenge. These are library copies is what these are. And I wanted to read them. If I do fall in love with the series, I may rebuy them again. But a challenge as in, okay, let's try to get these stickers off. But that's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem, of course, is when they put a stamp on the book itself. The books are yellowed a little bit, so they're not in the greatest condition. But here, let's take a look at one of those volumes, not the last one. Let's look at volume 4 so you can see what some of this art looks like. And again, see, that's going to be hard to get out. I don't know, I may just leave that intact since they're reader copies. So if I do end up enjoying these, what I may do is just, like I said, buy the missing volumes that I need and then end up probably gifting this set to somebody as a reader-only set. So this is a Shonen Sunday series, which I don't know if they still do or not. This is a sports manga, which rarely comes out here to America. I mean, it's still popular in Japan. But here in America, we're still transitioning to that phase where, okay, let's get everything over here. It is drawn and written by Mitsuru Adachi. And it's got this old school feel to it, kind of like Himagure Orange Road, or some of that early Rumiko Takahashi era. But that's mainly what drew my eyes to the series was this cover. I don't know, it just really spoke to me. So I took a gamble. This is all 8 volumes, and I'll be doing some work. You know, gotta have a project every once in a while. It can't just all be about reading. For some reason, I find that soothing, like, to actually make these books look like non-library books. I think this is going to be a task, though. From my buddy James, I ended up getting a couple of series that he had read, but just did not see himself keeping up with. And that one of them is Tagamibachi, letter B. This is written and drawn by Hiroyuki Asada. And we'll look at volume 1 here in a second. This got my attention because of the covers. So it looks like we have some colored artwork here at the beginning. Letter and letter B. No idea what this is about. I don't even like reading the backs of the books anymore, or quick synopsis as to what the series is. I kind of like going into them completely blind. That gives me a better reading experience. At least that's just my opinion. But this is what the art looks like. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like, well, maybe not. It's got a lot more use of shadows than, I was going to say fairy tale. But this is a series that I've heard a lot of you all talk about, and I've been wanting to check it out. Now, a series that I did know something about because I had read the 1 volume when I was over at Wonder Maddie's house is Witch Hat Atelier. This is a story about a young girl that wants to be a witch, and her name is Coco. And this is the first 6 volumes. I like that dude's goatee. These are the first 6 volumes. Here, let's look at the artwork. The artwork is what's mind-blowing to me. This is my type of art that I enjoy whenever I pick up a manga. Definitely has a fantasy feel to it. It's got gorgeous art. This is written and drawn by Kamome Shirahama. And again, it is about a young girl that wants to become a witch. And her name is Coco. And on her way to try magic, she kind of goofs up. And that's pretty much where the first volume is. So instead of doing the things that she wanted to do with magic, she accidentally messes up. And that starts a big chain of events that happen, at least in the first volume. But what I want you to mainly focus on is this beautiful artwork. I know that Wonder Maddie did a review on our channel of the first, I think she did the review of the first 3 volumes. This is published by Kodansha, and I'm sorry, Tagamibachi is done by, it's published by Shonen Jump, so Viz. So here are the first 6 volumes. This is what the spines look like. I don't know how many volumes there are going to be. And like I said, I'll put a link above so you can check out Wonder Maddie's review of this series. But man, this artwork speaks to me. It has a very Studio Ghibli film type of art to it. But it's just a lot more detailed, if you will. And again, Nausicaa Valley of the Wind did have a lot of detail in the manga. Alright, let's keep going. Speaking of art, that's why I pick up art books from time to time. Alright, number 1, I want to say that this is mature content, because it does show some nudity and things like that. But they do warn you. There's a sticker on them that say, oh no, it's not. It's even on the back of the book. For mature Monster Girl fans only. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know what the hell Monster Girls are. I just wanted, it was a hardcover, and I saw that 7 Seas had published it. So I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. So let me know, is this a video game, a manga? What am I looking at here? But let's look at the first volume. By the way, there is a naughty version of this cover. It's all the way in the back. You can find out what that is by looking yourself. But, you know, honestly, it is kind of tame compared to some of the things I've seen. But, it does show nudity, though. Here's your table of contents. And pretty much what it is like a handbook guide to the Monster Girl universe. Some of them are fully clothed. Some of them, well, not so much. Some of them are in interesting poses. I've already looked through the first few pages, so no, these are at least safe. Well, I'd like to think these are safe. Those are slimes, and then the goblin. Then a couple more I can't show. But you kind of get the idea here. I tell you the family, the type, habitat, nature, and then just the quick bio on the characters, the type of characters that are in this particular world. That is, there are some gorgeous character designs in here. But this is all done by Kenko Cross. Here, let's look at volume 2. And they are hardcovers. I believe there's only 2 volumes of these. So here's volume 2. Let's look here. And this is the type of artwork you're going to find in here. I got to be careful with this one because this one, more than volume 1, shows not only a little more nudity, but also sexual content. This one and the first volume are printed on this thick matte paper. And I did dig the paper stock that they used. But this is what the artwork looks like, and they are both in hardcover format. And much like volume 1, this cover has a variant, a not safe for work variant, that's all the way in the back. Alright, let's get to these box sets that I got. First one up is the time I got reincarnated as a slime. So there is art on the box. The title's up at the top here. This is what the back of the box looks like. So I guess depends on how you want to put it on your shelf. Like this or like this. I would like to know that. Does anybody put them like this, the back of the box? And then underneath is the ISBN. This is the first 6 volumes of what I think is called Part 1. Oh no, Season 1, Part 1. So, this is all published by Kodansha. And I decided to go this route because it was a series that I had been interested in. My friend TikTok Tina is a huge fan of. She was a fan of, I think, the anime, and then she found the manga, and she had been reading it. Uh, it the title is so ridiculous, but then again, I think a lot of these titles are getting kind of silly in the world of manga. But this is the very first volume, and apparently it is what some people would call a hoot. For me, having not read it or not seen any of the anime, I don't really know what to expect. I do like the artwork, though. The artwork is awesome. So you do get some colored pages at the very beginning here. I like that they keep those intact. But these are practically the ones that you find on the shelf. You can see the ISBN. They're nothing special about the ones that you find in a box or the box set. The retail price of them is $12.99. They do come with, what the heck is this? Stickers? Yeah, these are stickers that are in their own little bag. Here, let's look at another volume really quick to kind of show you what the art looks like. So it is created by Fuse, I assume. The manga is by Taiki Kawakami, and the character designs are by Mitsuya. So perhaps it was a game at first? And then this dude, Rimuru, gets turned into a slime. I dig the artwork. Y'all know I'm a sucker for fantasy type of stories. So, I mean, you throw me a couple of dragons, goblins, and maybe a manicore. I almost said manatee. A manicore in there from time to time. I'm in. That's all I need. Armor, swords, and magic? Hell yes. This is volume 4. I'm not sure how long the series is. Like I said, this is season 1, part 1. There's a season 1, part 2 that comes out later this year. And I believe there's a season 2, enough for 2 box sets for season 2. But this is that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Next up is 7 Deadly Sins. Box set 1 and 2 just kind of got released back to back. Now this one I do know about because my kids and I watched the anime a couple of years ago. We never did finish it though. So this is what the designs of the boxes look like. Let's look at the first box set. So it's one big image. Up at the top is the 7 Deadly Sins, and then at the bottom I'm sure is the ISBN. And then this is volume 2, or box set 2 rather, with one big image collecting the rest of our knights there. And then 7 Deadly Sins, ISBN. Now, this I wanted to get because, yes, I have been interested in the series, and I was excited when they announced that they were doing a box set of them. And I think, here, let's get them out. Oh, they do come with a poster. I believe these are a double-sided poster. I never hang these up, but yeah. Let me know if you're the type of person that actually takes the posters and hangs them up, or leaves them intact with your box set. But here are your characters right here. What I was going to say is that I was a little disappointed in how many volumes are in here. I was expecting maybe something like, oh, there's 2 of them. 2 posters, okay. Something like Fairy Tail, because Fairy Tail has about 11 volumes. These have just 7 volumes in them. So I was hoping they would have at least 11 volumes. I believe there is a total of 41 volumes altogether. But this is the story of the 7 Deadly Sins. This one is set not really in a fantasy world, but more like a medieval European type of world. And it's all about Princess Elizabeth trying to gather the knights of the 7 Deadly Sins that were kind of banished because they were set up. They disbanded about 10 years before the first story arc starts. So Princess Elizabeth goes and finds their leader, Meliodas here, who looks a little different than the poster or the picture that they have up for him. And that's pretty much the premise of the story, is them trying to clear their name and then end up liberating the lioness from the Holy Knights. So this is what the artwork looks like. There are no colored pages in these, not that I found so far. But I wonder how much I wonder if these were originally, actually these pages up at the very front were originally supposed to be in color. But like I said, there's 7 volumes in each of the box sets. Let's look at box set 2. What I like about these is the same kind of thing that Dragon Ball did and Dragon Ball Z, is have a connecting spine. So even in the box set, you can showcase them like this. So like I said, I think there's 41 volumes. Now this one comes with, I think it's just one poster here. And it's a double-sided poster. And I guess with some box sets, they'll have the picture of each of the deadly sins there. So let's look at the covers here and what the artwork looks like by now. They're gathering most of the knights, I think. Yeah. But if you enjoyed the anime, but I do want to know, in case you've read this, you know, does it differ than the anime? Because I was enjoying the anime a lot. Speaking of anime, I do need to finish Attack on Titan. I heard that finally gets wrapped up. And pick up the other volume. That's mental note, Omar. Pick up the rest of the Attack on Titan volumes that you're missing. Now, also from Kodansha, but I did more of a thorough overview of this already, is A Silent Voice. This is the hardcover edition with a volume 2 coming out later this year. So I actually took the time when I was putting books up to take inventory of my missing books, not just the collected editions and graphic novels I was missing, or omnibus editions or absolute editions, but also manga. And I was like, oh man, I'm actually missing some GTO. Luckily for me, it wasn't the early years or the original GTO series. And I say luckily because, man, those things that, when they're out of print, they go for a lot of money. Mine was from the 14 Days in Shonen. Now, there was another GTO series that they never printed in America. I think it's only been released digitally, which sucks because I was a big fan of the series, whether it was the sequel or whether it was the prequel to GTO. I was a big fan of Great Teacher Onizuka. So, at least they finished this particular series out. Holy crap, it's been a few years since I did that haul that I actually got picked up Marmalade Boy volumes 1 through 7, and I forgot that I needed volume 8. Luckily, another series that, yes, it's out of print, and this one's, it's an okay copy of it. It's got a little yellowing, but I didn't have to pay an arm and a leg for a series that, you know, was enjoyable. But I mean, if this thing was $400, I probably would have waited to find it out in the wild. And I think that's always been my issue with these series here. Let's look at the next book, which is Hellgirl Volume 3. It's that I try to go out and find them in the wild. I used to have a written, like I'm talking handwritten list of books I was missing. This is Hellgirl. This is one of my favorite series. I was a big fan of the anime. So they made the anime first, and then the manga is based on the anime, and it's all about a girl that takes you to hell. Not you, but your enemies, right? Like trying to teach you a lesson, too, about how you shouldn't manipulate evil like that, or how you can't. So if you're angry at like one of your fellow students, you can summon Hellgirl, and she takes them to hell. Of course, there are lessons to be taught. But yeah, I was a big fan of the anime, and I ended up getting the rest of the series when Del Rey was publishing them, which eventually, of course, I think Kodansha started publishing their own books. But for some reason, I never picked up Volume 3. What the hell? Now here's a series that I've only heard is controversial. I have no idea why. Now I can finally sit down and read all 10 volumes. But this is Bunny Drop Volume 10, the final volume of Bunny Drop. What drew me to this series was the artwork. It's very simplistic. But like I said, I know that when I did my haul of the first 9 volumes, some of my viewers commented that it got weird towards the end because they didn't want to spoil what happened to me in case I wanted to keep going. But in case I got a hint as to where I thought it was going to go to stop because it gets even weirder. I don't know what the hell that means. So I guess I'll just find out myself when I get there. Okay, that's all I will say about this. Cells at Work, the complete manga box set. So that one makes me happy. It's everything is in here. This is Cells at Work, and again, because of my buddy TikTok Tina, I actually know the premise of this. This actually teaches people, though, about the science, about blood work and things like that, from what she's told me. And, oh wow, there's art at the bottom, which you hardly find. You usually just find the ISBN down there. And then at the top, you already saw, which it did have some art. Now, what's interesting about this one is that it comes with this book. It doesn't come with, like, stickers or posters. This is the kind of extras I like. This is the original, I think this is 60 pages of the original pilot for the manga. So it's included in here. I don't know if it's going to be released later, but it is included in this box set. That's awesome. Now, I've not read it, and I believe there is an anime, and there are also spin-off series, but this is Cells at Work, and it does have color pages there. Yeah, so I wonder why Seven Deadly Sins didn't, or it looked like it was supposed to be in color, but this is what the artwork looks like. So it's pretty much, I guess, anthropomorphic blood cells. Is that the best way to describe it? Your blood cells are drawn as people. You have white blood cell and red blood cells. I guess. I'm just assuming this. It looks like the sound effects are translated within the panels. I know some people like that and some people don't like that. They like them translated in the back, or at least as little footnotes. Yeah, artwork is pretty damn awesome, though. And there are 6 volumes in here, and it says it's complete. But like I said, I know there are spin-off series. Like whenever I do the upcoming collected editions for the months of, I always see them show up in the catalog. But this is Cells at Work. The Quintessentials Quintuplet. I think that's a misprint on my box. I don't know if they all went out like that. This is the box set, though. I believe there's a second box set that's coming out. I'm not sure how long the series goes. But this is definitely one that I've read during the break of... Oh, crap. I can't put any manga on the channel because of the whole copyright mess. But I will be honest with you. This was a nice, fresh breath of air, if you will. I say that about what looks to be a harem manga. But I think there's a lot more to it than that. So it's all about this character named Futaro, who is the tutor to these 5 ladies. And these 5 sisters are all the daughters of this wealthy businessman in Japan. And his job is just to make them pass. And, of course, there's misunderstandings here. There are times that the girls are rivaled with each other. Here, let's look at another volume. This is what the covers look like. And, yes, there's plenty of fan service here. Not that many mature content in this. I think it's more, I would say, older teen, if I were to guess what this is rated. But there are plenty of fan service moments in here. It reminds me of things like Love Hina and Tenchi Muyo, just because, you know, some of the girls might be crushing on him. But he, at the beginning, of course, they all turn on him and they're like, oh gosh, what a loser. And then they start to see what he's really about, you know, whether he can turn their lives around or not. And the father doesn't believe in him. He pulls the daughters out. Then he has to regain the father's trust. So it's a lot of that. But honestly, I thought it was nice. It was a really quick read, all 6 volumes. And like I said, I'm not sure how long this one goes. I'm assuming that the other box set is going to wrap it up. And I got this on a whim because I noticed the box set had like a price glitch on it. I think it was $20-something for the box set. And it was just wrongly priced at Amazon. But they ended up honoring. I thought this was it was cute. I liked it. Quick read. And the artwork is beautiful. The only thing I will say about this is lots of fan service moments, but hey, who doesn't need that in life from time to time, right? There's also 2 posters that come with the box set. You have this one here. They're big posters. And they are double-sided posters. And it just showcases the different characters, which is just the cover to the manga. I can't imagine hanging it up, though, when it's folded like this. But by all means, if you hang it up, let me know in the comments down below. Last, but certainly not least, is the 4th box set of One Piece. From Dressrosa to Reverie, collecting volumes 71 through 90. Here is some of the main cast in here, including Trafalgar Law. So where's Nami? And there is Luffy back here. Luffy and Sanji, and more Luffy. Up at the top is the lock there for your key, which should be open like this, rather. So, the back of the book. The very bottom is the ISBN, including the retail price of $185.99. So these have gone up a little bit. I think Viz is doing another print run of these, but yeah, I got these back when it came out. But again, couldn't do anything with manga related. Here's what all the volumes look like, and there's nothing special about the volumes. These are exactly the same thing that you buy off the newsstand, or if you get them, you know, from cheap graphic novels, Walt's Comic Shop, in stock trades, organic price books, Dime Breed collectors. It doesn't matter. They're all the same thing with the ISBN. There's nothing special about them. They just put them all inside of this nice box set, though. I love having to get them all in one sitting now. So the thing is, I want to keep reading them as they're coming out, because I know he's wrapping up the series, but if I wait just a little bit longer, I could get them in box set format. Here is one of the posters, or the only poster, sorry, but it is a double-sided poster. I love those kids. I have the Mega House little pop figures of those kids, the pirates, Portrait of Pirates, that's what they were called. I was a big fan of collecting those. And then they kind of just focused on characters sitting in chairs, which, yeah, they kind of lost me there. And as always, they come with these little books. This is the Solitary Journey of Jinbei. Jinbei's the big blue character, this one here. And it, okay, it looks like just a picture book featuring that character, but it does read from right to left format, just like the rest of the box set in here. All these read from right to left format, and this is part of the new world. And yeah, I heard that he's wrapping it up. Oda is wrapping up One Piece. It's on its final arc. That's crazy. All those years, I've been reading them since they came out in America in Shonen Jump. Whenever Shonen Jump started in America, I was reading them like that in anthology format, and then they started bringing out the tankobon, so of course I traded up. But that was my haul. That, as they say, is that. If you are interested in purchasing some of these books, don't forget to check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget, the CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was my manga haul here for the last couple of months. Let me know in the comments what you've picked up recently. I swear, I got bit by this stupid box set bug, and now I'm looking at upcoming future box sets, and yeah. I mean, but honestly, I think that might be the best way I can keep up with current series. I'll end up getting the box set and then end up reading them. Otherwise, I don't think I would have checked out Cells at Work, not for another few years, or that time I got reincarnated as a slime. But anyway, let me know what you've been reading lately, what box sets you are most excited about that are coming out. And yeah, I do need to do my top 10 favorite manga box sets. This was the Uncanny Omar, and it feels so damn good to be talking about manga on this channel again. Everyone stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.